Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this logo off the internet. And you could probably try tracing it, but I believe you just waste a lot of time because it's pretty bad. When I look at something like this, I just see rounded rectangles. So if we do that and start off with a good one, and I'm going to go from about the middle of that black, that didn't work. Go from the middle of that black line and then just move outwardly. Kind of getting the general size of it. Now I'm going to take, with my ratio locked, I'm going to rotate this till I get a shape kind of like the text is. And I even think there's a text out there that's got rounded corners. But you can see how well that worked already. So Control D and make a duplicate of it. And let's move it down here. Now this one's a little bit longer. And you'll see in just a second, it's not perfect. But if you use this rectangle, now if you make a duplicate of this, it's going to move it down. So you could get in the habit of just hitting the plus sign and making a duplicate of that. And then let's rotate it 90 degrees. I use duplicate a lot, but then you get into, doing other things and your duplicate goes away. Now right in here, we're going to have to fix it. And I'm going to already set my nudge distance on something pretty low, which it is, because I want that kind of right in the center. And as you can see, maybe this one's a little bit wider than the original. And we'll do that. Now, if I Control D it and put it back to 0, I get another one. Now, this is going to be quite a bit of changing done there. So now I'm going to take this one and either hit the plus sign or Control D. And I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. Just a good guess of what it maybe is, which it isn't. But a good thing to do is expand it out when it's like this. So if you expand it out the other way, and then I'm going to go and just rotate it from just eyeballing it. Now let's move it up here. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but you see I've already got it with the exception of a couple of items. And let's just to make it a little bit easier, take that and bring that one into the center of the black. And nowadays with the shape tool and the smoothing tool, look at this. I mean, bam. Now we've got a couple places that are off because our things didn't meet, but just take and just delete those nodes and maybe round this off, and it would help to have the picture back in the and I hope I didn't just move it. I did move it. The best thing to do would be to nudge it around, set your nudge distance a little bit higher, and then you could nudge it right back. But for the video, this is going to be good enough. Let's just move that around. And I think I've already got it. I mean, that looks pretty good. All depending on how big it is, this needs a little bit of help here. Were it well to just take that node away. And now let's click on that and let's bring that out a little bit. And I would take these nodes away right here, even though they're not doing anything. Take that node away there. It's not going to change anything. Let's take away that node, double node there, and see what happens. I think we're dead on. Now let's take our nudge distance, make it. Let's see how big this thing is. We're working less than an inch big. Let's set it on 1 inch and let's nudge the picture out of the way. Now there's a little bit of a hiccup right there. Smoothing tool or the shape tool, just bring that down where it's more consistent of a curve. Maybe bring that up. But you'd want to do this with your picture. Now I'm going to show you how you could, remember we just made it the size of the inside of the line, and let's say it's not quite thick enough. You can left click, right click, and then make this line something other than a hairline. And I'm using somebody else's deal. I always use points. And let's go with 8 points. That's too thick. Let's go with 3 points. And now you see I've made it thicker. So now when we nudge the picture back, is pretty much dead on to the exact size of the other picture. And then you could fill this in with black if you're an engraver. You know, I don't know if they're printing this. Now, if they want that green, if they want it that particular, you can always use the eyedropper tool and grab that green and then fill in that area. And I think we're well on our way. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.